Welcome back. Joining me now is senior running back Nick Kukuc and junior defensive lineman Alex Tripp. Guys, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
So Nick, we talked with Coach about the turnovers. How tough was that, on the offensive side where you guys would move the ball down and then all of a sudden you don't get any points out of it?
It was really tough, frustrating. At times it was hard to keep the morale of the team up, but the defense always had our back. They did great things. We're looking to do some better things on offense this week because we can't always have the defense. We can't always put that pressure on the defense. It's not fair to them. They practice hard, and it seems like sometimes we get in game situations on offense, we lose our technique, we lose what we've learned, but we just need to utilize our technique and we'll be fine.
You guys really talk about that, almost as units picking up the other unit, whereas sometimes, if the defense is not having a great game, you guys got to get the ball in the end zone. It seems like the defense was trying to do their job to really keep the Eagles out of the end zone this game.
Yeah, the defense did more than their job this week. They're always a very positive group. Whenever we stall as an offensive unit, they're always on our side of the ball, coming over, telling us to keep it up. They never talk down to us. It's never,
right.
Oh, you guys lost the game for us. It's always a team effort.
And one of those guys that had a nice game is sitting right next to you, Alex Tripp, the newly named D3Football.com Team of the Week member. Alex, how does the defense, really try to respond to when those turnovers would happen?
We kind of take it more as an opportunity for us to just get on the field and, compete just every play, no matter what the situation is, turnovers. If they score, we get the ball, or we get to go on defense. If they turn the ball over, we get to go on defense.
And there was a lot of question marks on the defense coming into the season. You guys lost a stellar senior class, especially on the defensive line. Willie Hayes, Valente Garza, Peter Bulander, and you're one of the new members of that unit. And you guys really responded in this game, having a very good job of getting to the quarterback. Mm-hmm. So how do you guys try to keep that up as a unit for the rest of the season?
It's just kind of taking a lot of things, just actually having to do with those guys and everything, is just taking what we've learned from them and applying it, and just sitting behind Willie and Valente myself for 2 years has just been awesome. To just learn how to approach games, how to study film, things like that. Like, I came in not knowing how to do that at all, and they just taught us. So it's our job to teach the people behind us exactly what they have done for us.
So. I bet you guys were eager to get out there and show them what you could do.
Yeah, big time.
Well, replacing an impressive senior class on the defensive line was a concern coming into the season, but the new unit looks solid in the opener. That's the focus in this week's What's the Word?
Every year we know we're going to lose some guys, and we know we have to, people have big shoes to fill. I mean, Willie and Valente, they're big shoes. I couldn't be prouder of our D-line. They make all the plays. They're opening up the holes for linebackers and safeties. I mean, you couldn't be prouder of them. You couldn't ask for anything more of them. So they're playing great, and hats off to them.
It was great to see Josh Fick, Alex Tripp, John Ficosi. They all had great games. As a defense, I thought we played well. I thought we made a lot of plays, but again, it's a team game, and we just didn't get it done today.
Well, we've been a unit for 2 years now, and we're now starting together, so it's really good. Coach talks about digging your own well. We don't have Pete Bulander, James Robinson, Willie, Valente. We don't have those people anymore, so we kind of have to make names for ourselves.
I don't want to take anything away from North Central. They made it hard on us. I mean, the reason our quarterback had trouble was because their defensive linemen were basically tapping him in the face mask. They're sitting right in front of him. So, but their pass rush was unbelievable.
We have this saying on defense: we want to do our 111. So if everyone does their 111th, we're going to get off the field. We're going to get the ball. We're going to get those turnovers. So I think everyone's doing a good job of that. We're just going to keep rolling. And just keep going into next week.
So, Nick, we obviously talked about the defensive line, a little bit of a new unit there. You guys, on the offensive side, had a lot of new receivers in there, and they showed some promise, particularly Peter Sorensen in that game against the Eagles.
Yeah, our wide receivers did a great job. We kind of had a question mark there, but they really stepped up. A younger group of guys, they really worked hard in the offseason. Their hands became a lot better. Jeff is transformed to a new athlete. Pete had some incredible catches, and overall, we got a great unit with all those guys, and Chad and Manny coming back with some new transfers.
Yeah, there was one catch there. He almost looked like Chris Carter catching it and just getting that toe in on the sideline.
Yeah, that was a really nice catch. He really stretched out as far as you could go with that catch.
And the guy sending them the ball is Spencer Stanek. He missed the year last year, but he stepped up. It was a tough game for Spencer, but how do you guys, get behind your quarterback, and really rally behind Spencer?
Well, he's one of the most important parts of our offense, starting with the O-line. You snap the ball, the quarterback handles the ball first, whether it's a throw or a run. He needs to take care of the ball, and he's going to figure it out. It was tough with the rain, but we're not going to make excuses. We just messed up on our technique, footwork, small things, and as a unit, though. It wasn't one person. And he's going to be okay.
So you guys drop a tough loss, but you can bounce back this Saturday, and it's against the team that you guys lost to last year's opener. Alex, what's going through the team's minds this week as you guys prepare for Redlands?
Basically, it's just remembering how it felt last year, especially just being our first game last year, and kind of the same thing happened to us this year, us losing the first game of things. It's just like reminding ourselves that the greatest improvement comes from the first to the second game, and knowing that this is their first game and that we're ready to go. Like, we know how it felt last year and things like that, and just not letting it happen ever again. And
do you think that going through that experience of last year, losing the first game, then running the table, gives you guys a little bit of confidence going into the rest of this season?
Absolutely. It sucks to lose a game.
Right, nobody wants to lose.
Yeah, exactly. Especially being in this program and everything like that, you just don't like losing at all. And as much as it sucks for us, it's still a good opportunity for us to realize that it's time to bounce back, and that we have a lot of things to improve, and to not be comfortable where we are.
And it's not just the Redlands games that lies ahead. I know you guys take it one game at a time, but this CCIW schedule is usually a little bit tougher. Some people consider it the best conference in the nation. You got the Wheatons, you got the Illinois Wesleyans. Nick, what do you guys do once you get to that CCIW schedule, or are these games preparation for that run in the conference?
Well, these games are always preparation, the idea of the preseason, but right now the rest of our season kind of depends on what we do from here on out. So like you said, we think of everything one game at a time, but once it comes to CCIW play, we all respect each other, but we all want to beat each other.
Right.
So there's a large amount of respect for every team, regardless of who they are, but seems the best of our play comes out in those games.
And I know we in the media, we're always looking at the rankings, seeing, who's where, who's, ranked what. Do you guys ever look at it as players, knowing where you're at in the nation, or you just don't even pay attention to it?
I feel like we all look, but it doesn't really mean anything. It's just a number to us. We know that we want to go out there and be the best. So whether we're 1 through 25,
right,
we just want to make our mark. We take the game one at a time, regardless of who we're playing.
And it's really just a bunch of media guys' opinions, and those don't matter, do they?
Right.
So, Alex, as you guys move forward, what are some of the things to look for on this defense that you guys, maybe could improve on from that game?
Just specifically, it's just fundamentals. We talked about it in our meetings on Monday, talking about the game and things like that. It was just, even though we did well and the result was not what we wanted, but at the same time we didn't give up that many points, that many yards, things like that. There was still outright mistakes that every position made. So it's just kind of sticking to our fundamentals is one of the biggest things that we're going to be focusing on.
Well, it should be exciting to watch you guys against Redlands, and we wish you luck, so go get them.
All right, thank you.
After the break, we'll be joined by North Central College Sports Information Director Clark Tusher and take a look at the other fall sports getting underway. Don't go away.